Hi, I'm Dylan. If it wasn't for this huge, massive mistake I made that I think is very common with new bloggers, I probably would be making triple as much money as I'm making now. In this video, I'm gonna explain exactly what I did wrong so you don't have to make the same mistake that I did. So what was this mistake? Well, it was starting a second site before my first site was established. But the problem I made was I assumed that it was gonna be better than gaming. For this website, the Combat Sports Guy, I ranked #1 in many different search queries. But you have to think of an inverted pyramid, yeah? Gaming has a lot of people searching gaming related topics. That's why some of my queries have 10,000 hits in a month. But with Muay Thai and martial arts in general, because the triangle is a lot more smaller, even though I'm ranking #1 in many search queries, some of my search queries were getting 36 hits a month. That's it. If instead I put all my effort and power and energy in from the 53 posts and put them into gaming, I would be exponentially better off. So let me tell you why. One, the bigger your site is, the more authority. When you decide to write topics, you have to wade in between authority sites, because no matter how good your content is, in the eyes of Google, if you have a big huge site that many people refer to, that many people link to as an authoritative source, and so the more #1 articles you have, the more respect and authority Google has in that web. So the difference between having a website that has 10 posts to Google compared to having 1,000, obviously the website that has 1,000 posts is going to have more authority in Google's eyes. But my gaming website has almost 300 posts now, 270-ish. If I put all that effort from Combat Sports into gaming, it would be approaching maybe 400. Because a lot of the posts I wrote for the Combat Sports Guy, I spent 3-4 hours in some of the pillar posts. You know, that's enough for 3, 4, 5 different gaming response posts into that one post. You don't necessarily know how much you're going to make with the second website. Because another mistake is I sold all my investments that I made throughout the years, which is roughly about $2,800, and I put them into a farming site, which I've recently sold. If you want to find out how you can sell websites for big fat profit, take a look at my video. These were huge mistakes, because after these 18 months, if I never put money in the farming site, if I never put money in the Combat Sports Guy, and instead I put it into gaming, gaming would be worth $3,000-4,000, something like that. Even now I'm earning $1,800, it will be triple as much. Secondly, the stronger you make your first site, the more money you have and leverage between site 3 and 4. If my website, The Gaming Man, was earning me $3,000 right now, that is so much more money that I would have to hire writers to write content and to hire people to do search analysis for websites 2 or 3, because you have more leverage, you have more money. That's why, you know, Donald Trump, when he got a small loan of $1 million from his father, it was a lot easier for him to create his empire versus someone who has no capital to start with. The stronger your website, not only can you sell it for 28 to 40 times the monthly earnings for big, you know, even 6-figure, 7-figure payout, you just have more money to spend on writers. And if you want to find out how you can hire writers for cheap, that still write bang articles, take a look at my video. Thirdly, it's good to have a strong portfolio of sites. So if you have one website that's earning, you know, $3,000, because even if you're earning $4,000, $3,000, you can sell that for 6 figures using the 28 to 40x multiplier. It just gives you peace of mind, because if you know, okay, boom, I've got one website that's earning me, you know, $2,000+, it puts you in a powerful position, because although you could sell it for a lot of money, you don't necessarily have to. You're comfortable. You have an asset that's generating you money. If you, because you get bored of site 1 and before it's even making $1,000, you start site 2 and 3, then you haven't even understood blogging properly, and you haven't understood your first niche to a sufficient extent before you actually are making at least $1,000. In my opinion, yeah, I would say do not start a second site until you're earning at least reasonably close to full-time income, so $2,000-3,000 from site 1, because you have to understand the niche to a sufficient level, and you have to understand writing to a sufficient level and blogging before you can write 2 and 3. It's like if you're trying to learn different sports and you okay, I'm gonna learn basketball, and then when you're a couple months in basketball, you're like, okay, let me drop it, let me play American football. Over time, and then you drop that sport a couple months down the line, you're never gonna become good at one thing. You're gonna be jack of all trades, master of none. To get money in this life, you have to be a master in one thing. Now, if you're finding value in this video, please like, because it helps it spread to more people. Look at basketballers, look at rappers, and it's the same thing with your website. Hopefully, the more knowledge and time you spend into one site, this increases your knowledge of the niche exponentially. So with gaming, because I've been playing gaming for you know, a long period of my life. I understand the niche, but now I understand the different affiliate programs. I understand how to write gaming posts. I've done a lot of search analysis. I understand everything, little facet about the game. And because of the increased knowledge of the niche, not only do I have analytics from Mediavine that tell me what's my highest RPM for specific queries, so now I don't write any other article even though there's no competition for it, because I want to write something that has high RPM. So I found out with gaming through my knowledge that obviously when it's focusing about specific piece of technology, i.e. Xbox, i.e. PlayStation, when it's focusing about the console itself, then you get a lot more money than if you're writing game related topics. And also it allows you the opportunity to create info products. Like I have a writer who knows a lot about gaming. He was a Call of Duty player, him to create a course around about Call of Duty. And then slowly with this knowledge of hours upon hours of writing about gaming, do I have the ability to make it more profitable. If I jump from niche 1, 2, 3 and 4 and create all these sites, yes, I might have, you know, a strong portfolio, but I'm gonna be an apprentice in all these niches. I have to become a master of gaming and really know it before I can jump into other things. Now this is different if you have things that are reasonably related. Like obviously I've created a tech site, and because tech is similar to gaming, there's a lot of crossover. But if you want to create niches and websites that are completely distinct from one another, you're gonna have to know them really well before you start to the next one. Appreciate you watching. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.